What up? I'm Bea, and welcome to my channel where we talk about all things true crime and current events. Hope you are having an amazing Saturday today, and I am so excited to talk about some things going on in the YouTube community and celebrate 3,000 subscribers on my channel. That is so cool. So if you are in here, say hi. We give people just a few minutes to come in before we get everything started. If you saw my community post, I am going to be doing some trivia related to my channel and giving away 3 e-gift cards to people who get the answers right. And I'll go over all the rules and that, like all that, before we actually start on that. Oh, people are saying hi. Becca, hi. Hi, Emmy. Hi, Oscar. Hi, Hey Guy. I'm glad that Becca and Oscar are here. I was like, ooh, need to make sure my mods are in here. And thank you. Becca said congrats on 3,000. And that's super crazy. Like, I want to say thank you. It's like, thank you for the compliment, Becca, but also thank you to everyone who has watched my videos and subscribed. And that is super cool. So I'm super appreciative of you guys, and I want to say thank you. Courtney Bliss says, hi. Hi, Courtney. Are you guys having a good Saturday or what? Did we have fun today? Was it a chill day? What'd you guys do? I basically cleaned, did some notes for Crafty Crimes for this Thursday. It's a really interesting story. I mean, I think they're all pretty interesting, but I think this one was super interesting. I watched like a documentary on it last week, and I listened to a podcast about it this week. And then today I was doing like news stories and like getting the notes set up. So that one will be really cool. And Oscar, I saw your tweets about that. How was that, Oscar? Brianna said, hi, I'm so happy that I made it to a live. Yay, I'm so excited that you're here. Becca said, I have the flu, so I've been asleep most of the day. Oh no, that sucks. Are you like just getting the flu, or are you on the tail end? Like, are you feeling like you're getting a little bit better or what? Oh, also, you guys said let's do a pajama party. So pajamas, hello. If you got into your pajamas to watch this, send me a picture on Instagram at Inside the Honeycomb, because I want to see you guys. Oscar said it was fun. The seafood place was so packed and I could only eat fries. Ugh, that sucks. I mean, it was good that the hike was fun, but when you go somewhere and you're just like, what can I do? Like, Becca said, I just caught it. I'm stuck with it for a while. Ugh, that's such a bummer. But I hope that you start feeling better. Like, if you slept today, hopefully it gets you feeling a little bit better. But let's go ahead. We're right at about 3 minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get into everything, I want to just tell you guys kind of what's going to be going on with the trivia. Like, if you read my community post, it's just going to be reiterating that. I will be giving 3 people who are in the live stream as the live stream happens $15 e-gift cards to any store or restaurant of your choice. How you'll be able to be given that as a prize is I'm going to ask 3 separate questions. I'm going to say, wait, don't submit your answers yet. Ask the question, let you have some time to type it out. First person to send it in and get it right, I will let you know. And then I'm going to write down who it was. And then after the stream ends, go ahead and comment your Instagram or your Twitter handle so I can contact you and get the name of the store and then get your email that I can send it to. The only rules are that you have to be 13 or older to participate, and that you have to be in the live stream as it's happening, because you can't win it after it's done. I think I got to one of you. Ooh, let's see. Did I get a picture of one of you guys in your? I got one. View photo. Art Scroll Girl of Doom said, I've been in my PJs all day. Love it. That's so fun. Okay. Oh, Tasha, that was you. Oscar said, I almost went to bed because I forgot I'm a couple hours ahead of you. Oh, no. Cocoa Girl Scout said, I'm in my pajamas. Glad I finally got to make it to one of your live streams. I'm sick in bed with a broken cheekbone. Oh, my gosh. I mean, I'm happy you're here, but I'm sorry that you're stuck in bed. How did that happen? Are you okay? Gosh. But I love that pajama pic. I love that we're doing a pajama party together. I'll go ahead and just give it like one more minute. If you have any questions about the trivia game, Darlene said, I'm in bed in the dark. I mean, you guys said you wanted to do late night PJ party. Y'all voted for late at night and for PJ. So we're all in it together. We're all hanging out late night together. But I think that's all the rules. Oh, you can't get more than one e-gift card for yourself. Like if you submit, I announce that you won, stop. You can't sneak in here and try and steal them all from anybody. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to talk about one topic first, and then in between I will do 2 of the questions, next topic, and then at the end will be the last one because that's the hardest question. Coco Girl Scout said, I slipped on ice and face planted in my driveway. It was just my luck. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine how bad that hurts because not only are you like getting hit, but from slipping, like from standing up and going all the way down and feeling pretty good. I hope you definitely heal quickly. But let's go ahead and get started. So first, we're going to be talking about Romeo Lacoste making a comeback. Oh, Darlene said you keep buffering. Is anybody else having that problem? I should be good. Like no one else is like live streaming or running anything, I don't think, in my house. Guys, give me a thumbs up if... Okay. You guys said you guys are buffering too. Let me see something real quick. Oh no. It should be good. You're just buffering. Let me do something real quick. I'm gonna text my husband. I'm like, what are you doing? Okay. Well, until we figure it out, have you guys heard the latest news with Romeo Lacoste about Keemstar's interview with Mira? Give me a thumbs up if you have, or a thumbs up if you haven't. No, you haven't heard about it? Okay. Wow, my husband's really just gonna ignore my text message. I heard it go off in the next room. Okay. Well, hopefully he gets the message. And if he's doing like anything that takes up a lot of Wi-Fi, he'll stop. Okay, so you guys haven't heard of it. Oh, you don't know who anyone is besides Keemstar. You have vaguely, have not. Okay. So with the past, Romeo Lacoste is a tattoo artist, and about 10 months ago, he kind of got exposed for texting inappropriate things to girls who were underage. And D-Dubs, hi D-Dubs, how are you? So a lot of people were calling him out, being like, dude, you knew these girls were underage. You knew it. Like, there's no reason that you should have been texting them anything that you were texting them. And so eventually he did go on to like Drama Alert with Keemstar. And he did this like 35-minute interview where Keemstar literally was like, did you know they were under 18? Were you sexting them? Were you sending them inappropriate things? And every single answer he gave was like, oh, well, here's the thing. And like, he was like, people are fabricating stuff. And Keemstar's like, well, like, what are they fabricating? And Romeo goes, well, they're just like leaving stuff out. And he's like, okay, so the bad things that you said that they're showing, it's not fabricated. It's just you don't think all the information is in there. And he's like, yeah. And so like he just didn't answer anything straight up. He talked about how he was new to fame and he was new to social media. And so when you have girls like coming to you, it's flattering. And like I think I'm probably articulating it in the way that he meant. Like he did not do a great job of like explaining it. He just kept being like, well, I was new to social media. I was new to fame. They wanted me. They were flirting with me. You can be anybody on social media. I'm like, dude, he asked a girl, like, he said, "Are you good, like, to wait until you're 18, or did you wanna do it before?" Like, I don't know what the full context of that text message was, but he knew that she was under the age of 18. And yeah, like in some states, the age of consent is 17, but a lot of the girls were saying that they were definitely younger than like 17, 18. They were more like 14, 15, 16, and he was over the age of 22. Um, Tasha said, "Oh, I remember that now." Oscar said, "He's such a clown," literally. Jocelyn said, "I hated that people stopped talking about that." Yeah, Megan said, "He sounds like such a tool." So gross, gross. Yeah, he's gross. Like he was over 22, talking to these young girls, knowing that they were under the age of 18. And his whole thing was like, well, they were coming to me, they were approaching me. And it's like, dude, Keemstar said, he was like, you're the adult. Like, they're fans of you. Of course, they're going to approach you. They're going to want to talk to you. They have this fan club for you. Of course, they're approaching you. But at the end of the day, you're the adult. And he also was following, when he first got on Instagram, he was following, it's called like a DDLG account, which it like supposedly showed a lot of kind of graphic images of daddy dom little girl like content. And so Keemstar's like, did you do that? Like, was that you following? And he's like, hey, if I like something sexually, that's what I like. I think it's okay to like stuff. And Keemstar's like, so did you follow that account? And he just, the whole interview was infuriating to listen to. And so I listened to the whole thing. Megan said, hey, when people play the victim, right? Oscar said, such a weird kink. Right. Like, that's the thing is like, oh, you're into little girls. That's not a kink. That's being a pedophile. Like, that's not a preference. That's you being predatory. D-Dub said it doesn't matter what a minor pursues. It's the responsibility of an adult to, at the very least, not engage. Browna said exactly. Literally, like 1000%. Exactly. You are the adult in the situation. Do you remember? Some of you may be around 15, 16. And if you're not, do you remember when you were 15 or 16? Do you remember like having a crush on older people? Like I remember at my high school, there was this one teacher who he was like a younger guy, and so many girls like wanted to be in his class and they loved him and they would like stay after school, and he was totally good. He wasn't inappropriate whatsoever. But it's like, just because girls were trying to go after him, should he have been like, oh, well, they're pursuing me? No, he's the adult. He set up healthy boundaries and was like, no, thank you. Please don't stay after class. Go. Like, you're the adult. Oscar said, especially when there's a power dynamic. Exactly. That adds a whole nother layer to it, because it's not just like he's an older person. He's an older person who they're a fan of, who is kind of famous, like who knows a bunch of other famous people. Wanderlust Z, oh, what up? You made it. Hi. She said, I was a moron when I was 15. Everyone thinks they're smart, but I look back 7 years later and cringe. Literally, like you think you are grown, you think you know everything, you think you've got your whole life figured out. You're like, I know what's up. No, you do not. It's not until later that you're like, oh. Tasha said, yeah, I thought I was a genius when I was 15. And Darlene said, some adults are not adults. That's the sad truth of it. Some adults, they just, they don't mature. They don't take accountability for their actions. Literally, not once in that interview was he like, did he admit it? He never admitted it. And of course, I understand why he wouldn't want to admit it, because it's gross and it's creepy and it's predatory. But like, why, if there's any truth to those allegations, what are you going to say on an interview that makes you look better? Nothing. There's literally nothing you can say. D-Dub said, I had a crush on my math teacher at 15. Imagine him engaging, right? Like, young people have crushes on older people. It's not like it's the weirdest thing in the world. Of course, those girls pursued him. But as an adult, you're supposed to be like, no, thank you. Courtney said, at like 15, I had a teacher and some seniors defended him and tried to excuse inappropriately touching a girl because she was in her volleyball uniform and flirting, I think. Dude, it doesn't matter what she's wearing. That's so ridiculous. I hope that girl got justice. Oscar said, me at 15 was a mess. Right. Like, that's just the fact of the matter. Everyone at 15 is a mess. So anyway, He went on this interview. Nothing good came from it. People talked about it a little bit. And here's the craziest thing is like, I don't know if it's because they didn't like arrest him for anything or nothing further happened, but there are like no articles on this whatsoever. Like, I know that sometimes it's hard when you find like drama on YouTube for people to like talk about it and like actually report on it. Like that's only becoming commonplace now, I feel like. But there were a few people who wrote about it, and so I would click the link to see it, and then it was like error 404, page not found. It was some like tattoo blog or like tattoo news site that was talking about it, and they took the article down. Yeah, Makoto said, I'm in my 30s and cannot see teens as anything other than children. Right. Especially like as you get a little bit older, you're like, oh, like anyone even that age, anyone even like 16, 17, you're like, oh my God, you're a baby. It doesn't matter if you think you're an adult or like they're mature for their age, whatever, like you see them and you're like, this is a literal child. You are a baby. But so people didn't really report on it. It kind of died down. I think he like fled to Mexico. And then today or yesterday, Keemstar posted an interview that he had done. It was like a 10-minute interview with a girl named Mira who said that she was 15 at the time that she was talking to Romeo, and she wanted to share like her story and what had happened and like prove that he was doing these things. Oh my gosh, Brianna. Sorry, I'm like browsing these to see. Courtney said he got fired. Okay, good. Brianna said, I remember at my school, this English teacher got fired because she had a sexual relationship with a student. She got fired, but it only came out after he passed. It was such a messed up situation. Oh my gosh. D-Dub said, that's pretty suspicious. Some people are involved in stuff that the rest of us aren't allowed to dig around in. Right. I think it's so weird that they removed it and like what he like pay you to cover it up? I don't know. Emily B said, I'm 21 and I have some of my younger siblings' friends on Snapchat. Imagine dating someone at the maturity level of them. I could never. Right. Like, not even considering the grossness of it. Like, they're literal kids. But so Mira, like, did this interview and she showed, like, screenshots of messages between herself and Romeo. And she even showed a video where they were on FaceTime his genitalia. Like, he was literally showing her a picture of his private parts and like while they were on Snapchat together, and then he turns it around and it's his face and it's literally him, and he knows that she's underage because there are some messages that he sent to her where he was like, oh, we have to be good until you're 18, we have to be good. And it's like, what do you mean? Like, that's when you know that you're doing something wrong. Like, you're engaging in something that is completely 1000% inappropriate because you're putting it on her, saying, oh, we have to be good. Like, I don't know if I can trust you. We have to be good until you're 18. Ugh. Makoto said, oh, I came in talking about Romeo Lacoste. He's disgusting. And Keemstar's interviews are so pointless. Literally. That's the thing, is like, I'm glad that he posted it, and I'm glad that like maybe this is going to bring it up again, and her having that video is definitive proof that he was showing her inappropriate images while she's underage, and so maybe more can come from that. But literally listening to his interview, it's like to her like she was a survivor of sexual harassment or grooming or predatory behavior. It was literally like spilling tea. Like, he was just like screaming and laughing, and he's like, you probably feel stupid, but don't feel stupid. And I'm like, dude, tone it down a little bit. Sensitivity. This girl is very young, going through something very confusing and probably really hard for her to comprehend. Rhiannon said, no weaseling his way out of that. The video is definitive proof. Exactly. Wanda Z said, isn't Keemstar banned from owning a channel on YouTube? I swear Drama Alert was some weird loophole, and I wish YouTube would just delete it. I don't know. Is he banned? Ace in the Hole said, yeah, that's just sick. Hey guy said, as a teen, people would call me a young adult, and I would say, no, I'm legally a child. Literally. Oh, I'm still buffering. Let's see. My husband did text me back. Okay. Ace and Cole said, Keem is doing all he can, yet he doesn't have much room to talk. Here's the thing is like, I appreciate him bringing it up, but I also think about like a lot of the really insensitive things that he said to other people and about other people's situations. And like with the old Jesse Smiles, Curtis Lepore thing, like Keem, I don't know. I mean, he has a big audience, like people talk about him. So I'm glad that he was able to talk about this and bring light to it and kind of get this ball rolling again. But at the same time, I'm like, is he the best one to do it? But apparently if she reached out to him, apparently she trusted him enough. Oh, one of those you said did I miss the Gabi Hanna part? No, you didn't. Makoto said, the way that Keemstar talks about any sort of controversy involving women, young females is always so gross. The fact that he is the father to a young girl is the most disturbing part of it all. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's wild. Like, you would think that having a daughter would make him want to be a little bit more sensitive to the way that he talks about things and the way that he approaches certain subjects, but apparently it doesn't. But I don't know. I mean, he gets the views, he gets the reactions, I guess, if that's what he wants. Okay. Megan said, is Keemstar the one that always eats popcorn while interviewing like it's entertainment to him? I don't know. I don't watch Drama Alert. The only reason I watched it was because people were talking about how like he brought Romeo Lacoste up again. So I don't know, but he's loud and yelling. And there was a part where he was like making fun of people for being concerned at like a convention over having open beers that like anybody could take. And he was like, oh, you guys are making a big deal out of nothing. And then some girl actually got drugged from the beers. And he was like, that's an L on me. Instead of being like, oh, this is a real concern. And now I see why. I apologize. He literally like made it a joke. He was just like, L on me, man. Darlene said younger women are more willing to boost his ego and ignore his flaws. Yeah, there's plenty of things. Hold on. Sorry, we're trying to figure out the Wi-Fi thing. I think that's part of it. And then part of it is like the fact that you have control over these people, because not only are they young, but they're like impressionable and they are fans of you. And so they're easier to tell what to do. They're easier to control. It's just like, there are plenty of reasons that older people want to be with younger people. And like 99% of them have to do with power or have to do with control and being in charge and like not letting them have autonomy over their own body. Wanted to see, oh my gosh, you guys don't have to donate. That's so nice. She said, sorry, I can't do anymore, but stay awesome. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. But yeah, so she did the interview. Hopefully people are going to be talking about it more. Hopefully something will actually happen and there's going to actually be like news articles that we can find on it now. Because it was really weird that I went to click on them and they were like error not found, and it's just odd. But that was what I wanted to talk about with Romeo. Now we're going to do our first two trivia questions. So just to go over it again, the prize is for each question is going to be a $15 e-gift card to the store, restaurant of your choice, as long as they do e-gift cards. And I'm going to ask the question. Don't submit your answer. Wait. And then when I say, okay, go, then you can go ahead and submit it. I'm going to let you guys know who won. And then if I tell you, like if I call your name out, comment your Instagram or your Twitter after, because I'll leave the stream up. Oh my gosh, D-Dub said, congratulations on 3,000. Megan said, yes, congratulations. Thank you so much. I like did a whole thank you in the beginning. And I think it's so wild that there are 3,000 of you who like find the things I talk about interesting or entertaining. And it's really crazy. And I really appreciate you guys. So thank you. But okay, first question, drum roll. First question is, what influencer was mentioned in the title of my last live stream? So wait, type your answer out. Wait, I'm gonna give this a few seconds. Okay, go. Let's see who comes in first. Ah, hey guy! Jacqueline Hill. Alrighty, so hey guy won that one. Like I said, after this is over, comment your Instagram or your Twitter, and I will be contacting you and getting your your email and the store that you want it to. So very cool. All right, thank you guys for participating. Second one, we're going. Who did I react to in my last reaction video? Wait, give us a few seconds. Hey guys, said sorry I didn't spell it right. That's fine. I knew who you were talking about. Okay, you're gonna wait a few seconds and go. Let's see who's our second prize receiver. Thank you, gift receiver. You guys can submit your answers now. Ah, Becca said, girl to find. Becca Ray. Alrighty. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so I'll be contacting you guys. Darlene said, competition makes my mind go blank. Dude, that's how I am too. Like, I'll know something. I will like know it in the depth of my soul, in my very core. And then I get put on the spot and I'm like, I don't know. It's just completely blank. Okay, very cool. So the last question I think is probably going to be the hardest, and we'll save it until after. That Dimple Harry said, love your crafty crimes and all of your talks. Thank you so much. The crafty crimes are some of my favorite things, and I love that other people like them. You're so nice. Thank you. Makoto said, I even commented on the Girl Defined video and forgot. That'll happen though. Sometimes if you watch a lot of stuff, you're like, wait, whose video was that? What was it about? I get like certain drama channels mixed up all the time because I watch all their videos. One of us, Zia said, I'm watching Hell's Kitchen and they roll a dice to pick an ingredient and they get like C or D and they're all like, IDK. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next topic is Gabi Hanna. Now, I did oh wait, Courtney said I started crocheting since I started watching you. Oh my God, that's so cool. I talk about this all the time. I don't know anyone in my life who crochets. Like literally nobody. I'm the only person. And so I love hearing other people talking about how they do it or like if they craft at the same time. I love that. You're going to get so good in no time. Literally the first thing that I made was horrific. It was a beanie and it was like this big on my head. It was huge, but it's only gotten better. You know, practice makes perfect. Okay, so I did that video reacting to Gabi Hanna's video about transforming into an e-girl. A lot of people had problems with it because of including Bianca Devon's picture and an article about her being murdered. Gabi didn't address it, and a lot of people were talking about it. I talked about it. I reacted to the video, and then yesterday she posted an apology video because she hadn't addressed it. She went back. She blurred Bianca's picture, but not the not the article. And so she posted an apology. Everyone was like, this is a great apology. We appreciate it. We really like it. Wonderful job. And then Angelica Oles was like, oh, look at Gabi's tags, because Gabi had tagged a bunch of drama channels in the video and they didn't like it. Like they thought that that was a big problem. And after that, Gabi went on this like 5-minute Instagram story chat talking about how drama channels who have a problem with this are the reason that people are scared to speak out. People are scared to talk about important things. People are scared to apologize, all this stuff, basically kind of blaming drama channels for not only calling attention to what she did in her video, but also not letting her apology be enough, I guess. So I want to see what you guys are saying, and then I'm going to tell you what I think. You guys are all talking about crocheting. I love it. Wanda Lizzie said my first scarf was awful. I'm filming tutorials so people don't have to suffer like I did trying to get stuff to look good. I love that. Oh my gosh, Wanda Lizzie, did you put them up yet, or are you just working on them? Let me know. Becca said I'm definitely gonna check out your tutorials because I'm still trying to get back into it. Oscar said I feel bad for her this time and it's weird. Ace and Nicole said her cleanup was not good at all. Brianna said my grandmother has been trying to teach me how to crochet. It's tough at first, but then once you get the hang of it and you get into like a rhythm, you're like you get a lot better at it once you kind of get the hang of things. Wonderful Steve said my first one's going up tomorrow. I'm so excited. I want to watch it. Oh my gosh, Makoto said someone actually sent me the pictures of that girl's murder. Not friends anymore. I had nightmares for a few days afterwards, so Gabbie's behavior is really a problem for me. And then Darlene said she's a narcissist. Since her murder had nothing to do with her, she was oblivious. She said now that people are focused on the girl, not her, she is mad. That's a good theory. So basically, what I want to talk about with this, Gabi Hanna's gaslighting, it's not about the Bianca part. Personally, I don't understand how they missed it and how, like, her editor especially, including that clip, it's in bold. I don't really know how you missed it. I think if you want to use Bianca for inspiration, absolutely. Like, she was a beautiful girl. She had really cute style. She was an e-girl. And so if you want to use her for inspiration, absolutely. But my problem is with leaving the article in, glazing over it, like not talking anything about it. However, her mom, like Gabbie reached out to Bianca's mom and was like, I'm so sorry if this caused you any pain, like gave her an apology. And her mom was like, you know what? Like, it's fine. I wasn't as offended as her friends were, but Bianca was a fan of yours. Like, it's fine. And so I think that's kind of the end of it. Like, obviously, I don't like that she did it. And I don't like how she just kind of like went back and edited part of it. She said that she tried to blur it all out, but she didn't blur it all out. And like, you know, I think I don't like that she left it in there, but obviously if she missed it, she missed it. And she gave an explanation as to why she didn't say anything and why she handled it the way that she did. And so that's fine. If Bianca's mom says that she was not offended by it, that's the end of it. What I have a problem with is Gabi Hanna's Snapchat rant, because she did a few things that are just literally gaslighting, like just literally. Wanda Lucy said Gabi tried to write it off as her mom wasn't offended, but it completely ignores the fact that Bianca's fans were desperately begging her to delete the video. Oscar said, yeah, I still don't get how her editor missed it. D-Dub said, like Shane missing the blatant racist he put in his video. Oh my gosh, that was a whole mess. I didn't know who either of those people were, but then I saw like some of the clips that people were showing and I'm like, oh my gosh, that was insane. So, I mean, here's the thing. I don't know if her mom watched the video. I don't know if she saw that there was an actual like clip of an article talking about it. So I don't know how much she knows about it, but at the end of the day, if her mom says Bianca would have been flattered that you used her as inspiration, I'm going to leave it at that. You know, like I can't relate to having someone in my life be murdered. Like I cannot relate to that situation at all whatsoever. So I'm going to defer to her parents. I think it sucks that her friends were really upset and really offended and they were like contacting Gabi and Gabi didn't do anything about it, but I'm going to let it rest. And we're going to talk about the gaslighting. Wanda C said, wait, what blatant racist did Shane? I'm so confused. Okay, so when they, I'm going to tell you about it after. Hold on. Oh, shoot, my pen, my cat. It got caught. Okay, we'll talk about that at the end. So within Gabby's Instagram story, she started off by saying that the reason she made the video was for Bianca and her family. She said, you know, the reason that I made this video, the reason I addressed it was for Bianca, for her mom, for her family. It was for them. And I find it like that is her just trying to be like, this isn't for me. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about her mom. But her mom specifically said because Gabbie was like, do you want me to address this publicly? And her mom was like, probably not. Like, I'd probably just let it die down. And so Baby Blue said, please upload this. I'm at work until 5 and really want to watch. Yeah, I'll leave it up. Don't worry about it. I always leave them up. But so her mom was literally just like, oh no, like I'd let it die down and let it blow over. And Gabbie was like, oh, well, normally I'd say that, but with this, it seems like it's a lot. And so then she decided to make the video. And the video was fine, but she's coming on Instagram stories saying, the only reason I talked about it and the only reason I addressed it was for her. And then she had continually said, people who talk about this, people who talk about me are not letting Bianca rest in peace. They're not letting her rest. They're dragging her into this. They're using her name for abuse. They're not letting her rest in peace. I did a good apology video and you guys couldn't find anything to pick apart in it. So you're picking apart the tags. And it's the thing is, it's not people dragging Bianca into anything. Most of the videos I saw were talking about like Gabi Hanna does this. Gabi Hanna is back at it again. Like it's Gabi in the title. It's not about putting Bianca's name out there for clicks. It's about calling out something that a lot of people didn't like. And the fact that Gabi wants to tell people who talk about the situation, who criticize her for this, like basically guilt them into not talking about it because of what happened to Bianca. It's really manipulative. I really don't like it because she's like, you're not letting her rest in peace because you're calling me out. Let's see what you guys think so far. Oscar said, I only saw part of the Insta rant, so I'm curious as to what the rest of it was. Oh, we're gonna go into it. Darlene said, resting in peace is not to sully a person's reputation once they are dead. Right. Like no one's saying anything bad about Bianca. Like us calling out Gabi for doing something insensitive to someone who passed away. Like I totally get her family might not want to hear about it over and over again, but people have to talk about the things that they think are important. And a lot of people, myself included, thought it was important to say, hey, don't include that part of the article in your video. Like, be sensitive to things. So I agree with you, Darlene. Megan said, yeah, the Instagram story had this whole undertone of poor me. Right. Wanderlusty said, anyone find it weird that this is the second scandal of Gabbie's where she used someone's death to get attention? Right. I mean, I don't find it surprising, but like it sucks. Like I wish I was surprised. I wish that this was completely unexpected because I did really used to like her, but hey guys said we all know that she can't take criticism, right? Makoto said, Gabi can't stay out of trouble lately. I had no idea who she was until the stuff with Kenza Cosmetics, and she told people to manage their expectations in a truly condescending tone, right? I feel like that's what she's like infamous for now. Courtney said, Gabi has over 6 million followers and millions of followers on Twitter. Like she didn't need to tag the drama channels to gain traction. The drama channels would have talked about it and recommended the video. And then Becca said, when was the first scandal she used someone's death for attention? It was a long time ago. Well, not long, but like 3 years ago, probably, almost 4. She had talked about a classmate who passed away. I believe the mom of the classmate contacted Gabi and said, I have a problem with you posting this. I don't like what you said about my daughter. It wasn't true. And Gabi left the video up, I believe, from my understanding. Becca said, or Wanderlusty said, Becca, she made a video about a girl in her high school who died after accidentally overdosing in school. She painted the story like the girl was a lazy drug addict. Yeah, so she portrayed her in a really bad way that wasn't accurate. Ace and Nicole said it's more of she was expecting everyone to be like, hey, that's so great that you did that. Instead, she's getting called out, rightfully so. Yeah, so that first video that they're talking about, Gabi did still leave it up. As far as I know, it's still up to this day, but she did delete her transforming into an e-girl video, which, I mean, I guess if that's what she wants to do, I just don't know why she couldn't have cut it out. Like, obviously, I didn't enjoy the video. If you saw if you saw me reacting to it, you know I didn't enjoy it. But if she is proud of the video and she likes it and she thinks like I'm inspired by Bianca's look, leave it up. Just cut that part out. But anyway, as far as tagging the drama channels, really, I don't know, like, I can see why people think that it's in bad taste, but at the same time, it's like, I get the logic behind it if you're saying that, these people, like, people are going to be searching for these people's videos about this. So I'm going to tag them. So when they type in, Nick Snyder's name, maybe my video will come up. Because I could see that theory. But at the same time, she spelled Nick Snyder's name wrong. She spelled Ashley Kyle's name wrong. She spelled Dustin Daly's name wrong. Interestingly enough, she got Angelica Oll's name right, which is like harder to spell, I think, because it's with a K. But she spelled a lot of them incorrectly, which is super odd. Brianna said, I just checked and it's still up, the classmate video. Right. Like, it doesn't surprise me that it's up. Courtney said, if anything, make a new video with a different style like Visco or Soft Girl. Yeah, I mean, she could change it up. She could do something else. Like, I don't think she had to delete the whole thing, but I guess it's better. Darlene said she was targeting. That sounds aggressive. Yeah. I mean, everything she said sounds aggressive, but she was like, she kept using the phrase served content, like you're going to get served that content, or I don't want to be served that content, which I don't know where that's from. I've never heard it phrased that way before, so I'm not sure if she has like some kind of like media company or PR company, but anyway, I mean, it's not about that. I just noticed that she kept like continually said that, so it's odd. With tagging drama channels, I mean, she has 6 million subscribers, so people would have seen it anyway, but I guess I can buy the fact that she was like, oh, let's get this out here quicker. I don't know. A lot of people are upset about it, and I can totally see why, but for me, that's like the least of my worries. Because so she said, like, you're not letting Bianca rest in peace. And then she literally said that she was like, drama channels don't care about what they're talking about. And them continuing to talk about me and my apology proves that they don't care. She was like, they don't give up about any of this. Them continuing to talk about it shows that they don't care. They don't want to like let her truly rest in peace. And then she said, quote, by doing this to me, you are dragging her into it. She literally said, by doing this to me, as in by talking about me, by targeting me, by criticizing me, you are dragging Bianca into it. And at the end of the day, at this point, like, it's sad to say, at this point, it's not necessarily just about Bianca. What happened to her was horrifying. It was terrible. There are so many of us who are like, this is not okay, and like have spoken about it and want to share her story and talk about her story. And that's like at the core of it. But at this point, it's just another part of her pattern of behavior. We've accepted the fact that you put Bianca in there. You talked to her mom. Her mom was fine with it. Okay, that's great. But now we're calling you out. We're saying we don't like this thing that you did. And it's no longer about the Bianca situation. It's not about the Bianca of it all, because that part's been resolved. It's about the way that you act and the way that you continually try to say, I don't keep up with drama channels. I don't engage in that sort of content. I have them muted. All while Dustin Daly has proven that she's contacted him in times of crisis, trying to get her side of the story out there. She tagged them in her video, and in her apology, she thanked them. She was like, I want to thank everybody who talked about this, who brought attention to this, because you're talking about things that are important to you. And now that she did the apology and people found something wrong with it, she's no longer thanking them. She's saying, well, now by talking about it, you're not letting her rest. And it's like, at this point, it's not about Bianca. As sad and as horrible as that situation was, now it's about you. And it's about the way that you handle things and the way that you do things. Megan said, sort of ironic that she was tweeting Tana, I think, asking if she wanted to get into a YouTube scandal with her because she needs the views. Careful what you wish for. Right. Oscar said, that's so gross. Hey, I said, it's like she doesn't know what place to stop. Right. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited to talk about this. Okay, I have to show you guys something that I did today. I'm super excited. Makoto said, I think she's just mad because people are dragging her terrible poetry. Bro, I wanted to like that book so bad. I was a really big fan of Gabbie at the time that this book came out, and I bought it. I bought it brand new. I didn't buy it secondhand. I was so excited about it. And it wasn't great. Oscar said she should have just kept her mouth shut and let it be after she posted the video. Right. She should have just put the tags in there. If she stood by the tags, then that's fine. You stand by the tags. Becca said she made herself look worse. Exactly. That's the thing, is like going on there, having this thing, and here's the part that kills me is I don't want to make fun of somebody's pain, but I'm about to do it anyway, because I don't think it was genuine pain. She has this part where her voice is like cracking, and she's like, she has this part where she's like, and you guys, people are so scared. And like her voice cracks and she gets really dramatic. And there is not a tear within her eyeballs. Her nose doesn't get red. There, like, she does not well up. Absolutely nothing. Those are the fakest cries I have ever heard in my entire life. I'm like, she is a liar for hire. She is not actually sad. She is doing that to evoke sympathy. And it made me laugh in the time of watching it. Like, hearing her voice crack, I'm like, dude, you are not actually crying about this. You're just mad. Like, this is classic manipulation, gaslighting of her audience. And here's the thing is, like, if she had just left it as it was after her apology video and not responded to the tags or been like, hey, I wanted to put the tags in there so that the drama channels would see it. I know they were talking about it, and so I wanted to make sure that they could see it pretty quickly. I put them in there and I stand by it. We wouldn't be talking about it. Because I agree, like, people are nitpicky. People want to drag her down, all this stuff. And at some point, that's true. No matter what she does, it's not going to be enough for everybody. It really isn't. And so I understand coming from that point, but also, like, we have to talk about some of it. So I don't want to like nitpick. I don't want to be like, oh, she did this, and this wrong. It's just like, this is a classic manipulation and I don't like it. Sleepy Girl said, I wish you did podcasts because I'd listen to you all day. Thank you. I have like been thinking about starting a podcast, but I also don't know necessarily what it would be about. Courtney said, she says people don't understand just how deep the poetry is. Spencer said, hey, I was at work, but I'm here now. Hi, Spencer. I'm so glad you made it. Makoto said, even Laura Lee squeezed out a tear when she gave her fake apology. Becca, thank you so much for catching Spencer up. Oscar said, and also all she did by doing that rant was literally handed people more content, right? Like, people are going to talk about it because that was intense. I've already seen videos come out. I saw Angelica talk about it, I think, and then I saw not another drama channel talk about it. See, when you're on the spot, you go a little bit blank sometimes. Anoop said, hello from India. Hello, how are you? Darlene said, she said the tags were for the viewers, not the channel owners. Gotcha. I mean, either way, whatever her reasoning was for them, it's like, stand by it or don't, but you don't need to go on this big rant about it. Whatever her reason was, like, I can buy that it was for a good reason. I can buy that it was for the viewers, for the channel owners, for people to be able to see it quicker when they're searching for these drama channels and trying to find it. But the second she did that Instagram story, I'm just like, dude, why? Like, you can't just leave well enough alone. Spencer said Ashley Kyle did a video on it too. Oh yeah, I watched hers. I love Ashley. Like, honestly, out of all the drama channels, I feel like she's the nicest because she talks about stuff, but she doesn't like ever really, not that I've seen, she's never really done it in like a mean way or tried to be malicious about it. I like Ashley a lot. You guys said, I know someone who absolutely hates Gabi but doesn't realize that they are exactly alike. Oof, self-awareness, man, it's tough. Wanderless Z said, I think if she owned it, people would be less mad. Exactly. She goes on and on and on about how she doesn't follow drama. She doesn't get involved. Her sister is always the one to tell her, and I just don't buy it. Right. He was like, my Valentine's mug has dandelion tea in it for the sleepover. Okay, so Wanderlust. That's a good point because I wanted to talk about this that I made today, a little flow chart. It's called the Formula for Handling Controversy. And not to toot my own horn, but I think every content creator should take this. It's free. You can have it. Use this for your own life because Gabi was like, I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do. We're gonna tell you guys what to do. Courtney said, she says she doesn't follow drama or know the drama channels yet. During Jessie Smiles thing, she blew up Dustin Daly's phone to get her side across and make sure he's on her side. Exactly. Potato said, at this point, Gabi really needs to invest in a PR person. For real. Drinking Arbor Mist. What's that? Makoto said that's a oh my god, I cannot talk. A super cute cup. Thank you. I love it. It has like a travel lid too, so you can take it with. Oscar said she just makes people in her life watch them for her. I mean, if that's true, I get it because I wouldn't want to watch somebody criticizing me like in the form of a video. So I get it, but I honestly don't buy it. Anoop said within a minute or so into the apology video, there was a moment where she went sorry and a pause to bring in the tearing up thing. Hey guys said she does this thing where she gets so dramatic, but when it doesn't go her way, she just pushes it down and doesn't follow through. Right. Oh, it's cheap wine. I was like, oh, like girls' night or like hangout night, I should like have some wine. But I was like, I get so hot and I get so red. I was like, I'll just do some tea. I'll have some wine after, or like a Truly after, for a sleepover night. But Spencer said, I think Gabi won't hire a PR person because she'd be absolutely irrelevant otherwise. Somebody pointed out the fact that like they think she put the tags in there because like she knew that it was going to get a lot of views. And if you look at like her last few videos, they're just really not doing well. And I think it's just because I don't know. I don't like her content now. Somebody commented on my video about Gabi Hanna being like, maybe her content's not for you. And I'm like, I don't think it is anymore, but it sucks because I used to really like her. And so now it's at this point where I think she's trying too hard to stick to like younger content and like be relevant with like younger audiences. And it's just not working. And so if she wants the views, if she wants like a lot of like interaction, engagement, stuff like that, she has to do something bad, or she has to do something that gets people talking. Ooh, Wanderlusty said, okay, I'm checking Gabi's video views for science. 1 second. Cool. Thank you. Courtney said, like Alex James said, she's out here renting. She got that money. It's time to own something. Own up to something already. Dude, when he said that, I was cracking up so hard. He's like, it's time to own it, honey. It's time to own, girl. I'm like, clever. Darlene said, cheap wine equals slumber parties. Yes. Love a good cheap wine. But I have a little aerator top that's supposed to stop you from getting headaches. I don't think it works because I still get them. Is Arbor Mist a good cheap wine though? On the real? Because I would get some. Spencer said she's so desperate to be relevant to younger audiences, but also wants to go on and on about how she's an adult woman. I'm 28. Someone commented on my video and was like, you should make merch that says you're almost 30. And I was like, I could see it as an inspirational notebook. This is you're almost 30. Ooh, Wanderlust. Okay. Hey guys said, honestly, her content is now just a cheap ripoff of her 2013 content, right? The apology video has 841,000 views. Bedroom makeover from 2 weeks ago has 563,000 views. The video You Don't Know Me, which is a question, a Q&A, I think, from 4 weeks ago has 781,000 views. And then Mistakes of the Decade from 5 weeks ago has 631,000 views. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is I feel like that's kind of crazy for someone with 6 million subscribers to get that low amount of views. And so I get wanting to be talked about a lot, but you really want to do it in a negative way. You want to bring negative attention to yourself because that's the way to do it. Arbor Mist is the best. Okay, I'm gonna get some. It better be good because if it's not, so that's all I'm saying. Sips wine. Eyebrows 6 weeks ago, 520,000 views. Christmas song, 287,000 views, which was 8 weeks ago, right? Oh, and Anoop said, also, I'm doing good, thanks. 925 here, just woke up. Oh my gosh. She's trying to be Jenna Marbles, low-key. That's the thing is, though, like, it works for Jenna Marbles because Jenna's just fun. Like, next video, exposing Waterless D's bad taste in wine. I will put you on blast. If it sucks, in the next live, you're gonna hear it. But like with Jenna, it's just genuine. She's just like hanging out with her boyfriend, having a good time, like just doing fun and like funny stuff that's not so in your face. And that's part of Gabbie's content, is just being like right there in your face, but also somehow making you feel like you're not part of it and you're excluded. And we don't need to go into all of it because I've already critiqued it enough. But yeah. Spencer said, I feel like her subscriber count is inflated because so many people want to keep tabs so they stay subscribed but don't watch. That's a good theory. Yeah. No one could replicate Jenna Marbles. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Waterlisty said she got in trouble for queer baiting with Irene, and now they're just so obnoxious because they got their clout from people speculating Gabbie was bi. Yeah, there was a lot with that where I'm just like, I don't know, like if you're bi or if you are questioning or you have a crush on Irene, okay, that's fine. But they keep talking about how they're just friends. And now still, even in that last video at the end, they like turned to each other to like they were gonna make out. And it's like, girls who are straight don't make out with other girls. Or like, here's the thing. She said that she, like in the beginning of that video, she said, before I was like bi-curious. And I feel like that slip in there is just to, I mean, I don't want to assume anyone's sexuality, but at this point it's like, why? What, like, why are you putting that in there when you are going to continually like bait with Irene and not have any actual feelings for her? If you have feelings for her, that's great. Talk about them, or don't. I don't care. But they keep in like, we're just friends, we're just friends, we're just friends. And then slipping stuff in or like baiting people with stuff. That's going to make it look like they've got some like sexual tension, you know? Okay. Shawnee said she's a train wreck. People can't stop watching. It's like a trashy soap opera, right? Hey guys said, wait, can someone look at the amount of comments compared to the views? Because people say she's deleting comments. It will show how many people hate watch her. Ooh. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, Anoop said that it seems like she's kind of imitating Emma Chamberlain. That's a good point. It could be her. It could be like she's trying to kind of emulate Emma Chamberlain because of how quickly she like popped off. Oscar said they're making it weird at this point considering they're both in relationships. Right. That's the thing, is like if it's a joke, it's disrespectful to people who are like, you know, it's just in bad taste. I feel like it's just like, why are you joking about that? This isn't something to joke about, you know? And if it's legit, if it's real, it's disrespectful to their boyfriends, because if you legitimately have feelings for each other and you're like getting close and like pretending like you're gonna kiss, how would they feel? Like if you were in like a straight relationship, or if you're in like a heterosexual relationship, how would your boyfriend feel if you were with another guy doing stuff like that? Like, just because it's two girls, I think a lot of people have the concept like, oh, well, it's two girls or it's two guys, so for the same gender and I'm in a heterosexual relationship, it's different. It's not, you know, it's not as disrespectful or scandalous. And it's like, no, it still is. It still is. Wanderless C said, I hate that so much. I'm gay, so my opinion may be jaded, but honestly, using queer, kissing people, clickbaiting content to get views without being queer is infuriating. No, I get you on it. Like, it's just like, it's not a joke, so I don't get why they do it. Courtney said, Gabbie and Irene have a running joke of them flirting and being affectionate and yelling in unison. Why do people think we're gay? Right. Shawnee said, I feel like Gabbie has never been or acted her true self. She does what she thinks will get her views. Right. Yeah, she does what gets her views, and if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I also feel like that's going to be really hard to keep up. That's going to be like, you're going to get to a point where you just do what you think people want to see. And when people don't like it or people have a criticism about it, you're like, well, I can't do anything right. And it's like, well, just do what you want to do. Be a legitimate person. Like, be real with yourself. Do what you like. Don't think what you do is going to get, like, don't do what you think is just going to get clicks, because that's going to be exhausting. But I'm going to go over this. Okay, so here it is. The formula for handling controversy. Let's do it. Here's the thing is, like, I've never obviously been in like a controversy, but when people like say something on my comments or like call me out for something, I've been doing this and I didn't put words to it until today when I was actually thinking about it. And I was like, okay, here, like, let me articulate what this thought process is. Okay, so talking about Irene being bi. I don't know about that. I have not heard Irene say that she is or isn't. But so, first step is you get called out for something. And so when you get called out for something, you have to ask yourself, is what I did wrong? Like, do I think that what I did was wrong? Or can I see why a reasonable person would be upset over it? That's the whole thing, is like, you got to use the reasonable person standard. It's not, can I see why this one person who doesn't like me, isn't happy in their life, has a problem with me, has a certain bias, like whatever. Not them. A reasonable person acting in a reasonable manner. Would they be upset about it? Or can I see why it's wrong? Do I think it's wrong? The answer is no. Ignore it. Don't address it. The answer is yes. Then you ask yourself, was what I did intentional? Did I intentionally do this mean thing? Did I intentionally say this hurtful thing? Was it on purpose? No. Ignore it or address it softly. And this is what I think she should have done with the tags. Because I'm going to tell you like a personal experience from my comments. Last week, we were talking about people with mental health, like getting mental health treatment, getting off of medication. And this person took what I said as saying that it was foolish for people to get off medication or for people not to want to be on it. And they thought that that was like I was insulting people who wanted to be off of medication, and they didn't appreciate it. And so they just wanted to let me know how they felt about it. And for me, I was like, oh, well, I didn't mean to come off like that. Like, obviously, I think you have to do what's right for you and you have to do it in a responsible way. But I don't like the way that Jaclyn Hill talked about it. So I was like, hey, so sorry, that wasn't my intention. Here's what I meant to say. And in the future, I'll be more careful talking about it. And she was like, thank you, like had a really super nice response. And so I think that that's all it takes. You get called out for something, you address it in the appropriate way, and then you leave it alone. Like, just a soft address. Not everybody took what I said in the way that she took it, but because I could see why she would have been hurt by it, I was like, oh, hey, I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'll be more careful going forward. Oh, you guys are talking about her boyfriend. Okay, so if the answer is no, you either ignore it or you soft address it. If the answer is yes, then you have to ask yourself, do I stand by what I said or what I did? Do I think it was okay? Do I stand by it? Do I support myself in the situation? Do I think that what I did was basically right, even if it was hurtful or even if it was mean? If the answer is yes, then you ignore it because you say, I stand by it. I don't care what you guys are saying. Like, I did it and this is what it is. Like, that's the tea on it. And if the answer is no, you apologize to the people who were actually offended by it. The people, not people who were like offended on other people's behalf, like the actual people who would have been hurt by what you did. You apologize to them. You make a statement on the appropriate platform and you inform people like what you did to make it right. You tell them you've done what you can in order to rectify the situation, and then you move on. And that is the formula for handling controversy. And I think if Gabi had thought about it like this, it probably would have been a lot easier for her to handle it, because a lot of people were upset that it took her so long to talk about it. And so with the tags, I literally think she should have just gotten on her Instagram and been like, hey guys, I see you're upset about the tags. Here's why I did it. Not a big deal. Just wanted to let you know. And that's it. But instead, she gaslit for 5 minutes straight. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, so Irene said that she was bi on her Instagram, and that's why people assumed that when she started hanging out with Gabbie and they got really close, people thought they were dating. Ooh. Anoop said her whole boyfriend thing seems really made up. Like she could have gone to the gym and said, hey, you mind being my boyfriend for a bit? Okay, let's go. I mean, they hang out a lot, so like I hope it's real. I hope it's legit. Let's see. Hey guys, said Gabbie seems like the type of person who licks her fingers to turn a page in a book. Bro. Courtney said, when it comes to drama, Gabbie seems to always be like, I'm sorry you feel that way, instead of, I'm sorry I made you feel that way, and then talks about how she was affected. Right. But that's the thing, is like, that's saying, I'm sorry you felt that way is not an apology. Explaining yourself is fine, and being like, it wasn't my intention to do this. Like, I didn't mean to make you feel this way, but you are hurt by this, and so I apologize. But she does. She'll be like, oh, people are upset about this. People are upset about that now. Brona said, I used to be a big fan of hers, but after the Jessie Smiles video, I unsubscribed because I didn't really know what happened and just didn't really want to support her after that. Right. Spencer said, in my opinion, she has such a victim complex that she could never get past step 2. Right. That sucks. Like, I think it really sucks because I used to like her content a lot. I used to be like, oh, she's a normal person. Like, she's an everyday person like me. And like, I would identify with her. I'm like, oh, she's brunette. Oh, she's not like a stick thin influencer. Oh, she has kind of like a deeper voice. I like her. And then as time has gone on, it's just like less and less the type of person I identify with, and more so kind of victim blaming and, well, like making herself the victim, not being able to take accountability, making bad decisions and not standing by them or not making up for them appropriately. It just sucks. Jade said, I also used to be a big fan of her. However, after the Kenza Cosmetics scandal, I started seeing the inconsistencies in her behavior, and it helped me see her true colors earlier than the Jessie Smiles thing. Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people were. It's like once that Kenza thing happened, we were like, okay, we're kind of getting less and less interested. And then the Jessie Smiles like video happened, and the whole fallout from that situation happened, and everyone was like, yeah, we're done. We give up now. One Lucy said, I find it weird she kept her relationship with Andrew so under wraps, but now she's like, OMG, I have a boyfriend. Did I tell you I have a boyfriend? Here's a picture of us making out. He's my boyfriend. Natasha D said, just stopping in to say hi. Sorry, I can't stay. I'm backstage at, oh my God, that's super exciting. Have fun. I'll leave it up if you want to watch it later. Hey guys said, saying sorry I'm sorry you felt that way. It's just a way to immediately shoot someone down, basically. Wanderless Z with Andrew, I don't know why she was so secretive. I think maybe because he was living with Carly and Aaron that she didn't want to like make it obvious in case things went wrong. And this guy, like, I don't think he has a social media following. If he has, I haven't seen it. But like, he's probably not connected with her other friends in a way that would be damaging if she like blasted it, you know? Spencer said, I think one of the genuine things with the situation is that people always grow, but it's not always in a good or healthy direction, especially being in the limelight perpetuates those unhealthy. I'm assuming you're writing a second one because it said one of two. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, people are going to grow, people are going to change. It's just not always in the way that you want them to. And it sucks, but you kind of got to just, you got to accept it. And I agree about being in the limelight. I think that for a lot of people, being on YouTube or being successful on YouTube at such a young night or such a young age, it gets you in kind of this mentality of like being young and a little bit, not like delayed, but staying younger, mentally staying younger for a lot longer, and not like maturing at the same rate as people who maybe have like not regular lives, but like typical lives, who, you know, end up going to college and then having to get a job right away to support themselves and like pay off their student loans, or who graduate high school and then have to move out right away and get a job for that, or, you know, have their jobs, meet people that they want to be with, have kids, have a house, whatever. Like as people progress in these typical societally expected ways, it's definitely different for people who are famous on the internet at a really young age. Especially some behaviors, and I feel like people don't account for that when following someone's life over time. Yeah, that's a good point. We expect them to kind of grow with us, and sometimes they grow separate from us. And I think that's definitely something that's happening with Gabbie. Spencer said, like before YouTube, celebrities weren't real for most people, and now we have a direct window into their lives, and it has to change the general opinion of that, right? Hey guys said, I mean, she was like 24. She was young, but not that young. Yeah, I mean, but for her, like when she got famous, I guess, is pretty young. Like, because she went to college, she got her major, she got a job, and then pretty quickly after that, she got, taken up really quickly on Vine. And thinking about where I was at, like when I graduated college, it's like, I mean, I don't know, I guess I was pretty mature, but there were still a lot of things that I didn't like understand about life outside of college, like life outside of this world that I have right here. And so I get like not knowing things or not understanding, I don't know, just bigger parts of the world, if that makes sense. And I think that being in that spot when you gain celebrity or when you have to stop being a typical person because you have the privilege of making a lot of money, moving to LA, doing what you want, like exploring music, writing, doing poetry, like being on TLC, like stuff like that. Wait, is that what it was called? TRL, not TLC. Being on TRL, like that puts you in a very different headspace than the average person. But I think someone who does a really great job of not letting that get to her, obviously, is Jenna Marbles. Like we all agree. Oh, and like Raw Beauty Christie. But she, I guess, she was probably, well, no, how old is she? She's in her like mid-20s. So she started getting kind of famous at that point. Jade said, I feel like she feeds off of any kind of attention she gets, the same way a problem child does, right? How they don't get enough attention, so any attention works for them. I can see that. Spencer said, I'm 23, and I feel like I wouldn't make half of these decisions, twisted, fame, or no. The person I am at my core wouldn't change that much. Yeah. Emily B said, I'm graduating in May, and I would not be able to handle growing as fast as Gabbie did. Right. Kodo said, being young is one thing, being unable to take responsibility for your behavior is another. She just behaves like she doesn't have to own up to her words. I agree. Emily said, however, I do think Gabbie now is old enough to not be making so many mistakes. Robbie Christie is 32. Okay, I thought she was younger. She looks very young, so good for her. Anyway, yeah, she does have more experience. And I mean, that's the thing. I think everyone's kind of at different places mentally. Like some people mature a little bit faster than others. But at the end of the day, like with Gabbie's content is kind of what I mean, like where she gets stuck in this younger thing. But being able to take accountability for your actions is definitely something that, and like that you have to learn how to do it. You just have to. And it sucks that she hasn't. Darlene said, celebrity life can jade you and make you bitter without a support system. I agree. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like having that many eyes on you. So I do kind of sympathize with that concept as a whole of like people nitpicking you or finding something to be upset about. But in Gabbie's particular situation, in this particular situation, I literally think she was just like, I don't feel bad for her. I really don't, because I think that a lot of the stuff she did was calculated and manipulative. Cassandra said, I know at 21, freshly out of university, I couldn't afford to make mistakes impacting my career. Yeah. Anoop said, similar to what you mentioned in a recent video, if I were to watch her solo content without her support system of Irene, Joe, et cetera, it's pretty bland. Yeah. I mean, I used to like her solo stuff, like story times and stuff. At the time in my life where like where I was and like where story times were popular, I really enjoyed that. I don't know if I would enjoy it now, but at the time I definitely did. Like I said, I wish Gabi was able to learn from her mistakes. I agree. Wanderlust Z said, I think that Gabi has been on the internet long enough to know what she is doing. Right. Anoop said, oh, I didn't see the reply. I didn't mean to copy the same thing. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's blatant. There are some people who do some things where I'm like, man, people just want to pick stuff out. Like, people want to be super nitpicky, constantly go after stuff and pick at things where they don't need to. But with Gabi, it's just like, at this point, I don't think people are like nitpicking. Yeah, you're never going to be able to make anybody happy, but putting those tags in there and then doing your Instagram story, it's like, dudes, just stop, get it together. Oscar said the Jessie thing and also her podcast made me really dislike her. Rajesh, hi, how are you? I see you commenting hi. Jade said I also used to like her story times, but now I look back at it, I remember and wonder if her stories were as fabricated and victimized as her recent ones. T. For real. So that was a really good conversation. I want to go ahead and get wrapping up with it. Wanda Lucy said, what happened with her podcast? I keep hearing it sucks. I'm trying to think of what that was. I don't know. I heard that like she was having a conversation with Irene about music, and basically like Irene was right about something related to like Billie Eilish and Lizzo, and Gabi was like, no, I'm right, I know, and like basically just kind of shut Irene down and pretended like she knew everything when she didn't. Her podcast is just mean to Irene. Ah, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So thank you guys for explaining what's wrong with her podcast. I have not listened to it. I don't really have an interest in it, but yeah. Emily B said she refuses to say she's wrong and she speaks to her boyfriend like a 3-year-old in a baby voice. Yeah, that baby voice, man. It is interesting. I mean, yeah. I think there's a time and a place for like being like, like playing the baby part. Like I feel like there's a time and a place for it, but she does it a lot in a lot of videos, and she's like, I don't care if people don't like it. Oscar said, honestly, you don't deserve that. Okay, well, if I don't deserve it, none of you do, especially you, Oscar, so don't listen to it anymore. Don't watch it. But we're at the end of the discussion. Time for the final trivia question. I'm so excited. So just a reminder, hey, Guy and Becca Ray, you guys have both won an e-gift card, so no entering this last question. Or no answering the last question. Yeah. I was reading Hey Guy's comment. I feel like she's trying to make people feel bad about her old controversies too. Like when she got called out for stealing jokes, she now calls it publicly shamed. Lakota said someone has to listen to it for science to tell you how bad it is. Man, whoever does that is like the most honorable subscriber, the most honorable viewer if you listen to it and tell me the tea on it. But no, I'll listen to one episode. We'll see what's up with it. I'll like listen to it on 2 times speed. And Jade said, but she also jokes about it a ridiculous amount, right? I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm trying to think what I would do in that situation. Like I would probably joke about it, but I can see how she's probably hurt. Courtney said I listened to it at 2 times speed just for Irene. Okay, so end of the discussion. Last trivia question for the e-gift card. I think this one might be the hardest one, so that's why I wanted to put it last. Remember, I'm going to ask. Wait a few seconds. I'll tell you when to go, and then you can submit your answer. The question is, what color yarn was I using in my last Crafty Crimes video? I'm going to wait. Okay, go ahead and submit. Let's see who gets it. Ooh, does anybody know? Ah, Wanderlust, black. Wanderlust Z. It was black. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how many of you guys got it right. Spencer, Darlene, Brianna, Courtney. When he said black like my lungs. Good job, you guys. Okay, so once again, that was Wanderla Z who got it in first. So you are going to be winning a gift card. A reminder to, hey, Guy, Becca, and Wanderla C, comment on this after with your Instagram or Twitter handle so I can contact you and let you know oh my gosh, not let you know. So I can get the information from you of what store you would like the e-gift card to and what email I can send it to. Wanderlust said, I know it was dark, but didn't know if it was black or navy. It was black. And said, we watch. I know, like, seeing how quickly you guys got these answers, I'm like, oh my God, you guys literally watch what I put out. Like, it's so nice. Oh my gosh. Spencer said, I literally watched that on a Valentine's date with my wife at a cemetery. It's fresh in my mind. You watched it on I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. I can't believe that you took me on a date with your wife. That's really sweet. Oh my gosh. Darlene said, I find it relaxing to watch. Spencer said, that's so romantic. I love it. That's literally so nice. Honestly, that's like a dream date, is to like be in a cemetery and watch something true crime related. That's nuts. I don't like do 10% or for Valentine's Day, but if I had a dream date, it would be that. But with that is the live for tonight. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you to Spencer said, oh no, we watch them together before sleep all the time. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. I love that you like watch them together and like hang out. Like, it's just, I think, like, obviously I can see the numbers, and so like I know that people watch them, but like actually talking to you guys and like knowing that you're the people who watch the videos I make, it's just like, dang, like that's crazy. And especially hearing that you like watch it with your wife, like you guys choose to sit down together and watch something that like I worked hard on and that I made. It's insane. Like, and it's very special because I know that like the stuff that say like I watch with my husband, it has to be something that we both really like to watch it together. Otherwise we'll just be like, oh no, like I'll watch it on my own time. And so it's just like, that's super nice. Oh, Spencer said it takes us so long to watch them because we always pause to discuss. Oh my gosh. I love that. Oscar said they're so thought out and good. Thank you. Like I really do love making the Crafty Crimes videos. And so it takes a long time to like research and put it all together and like get the notes the way that I want them. So just knowing that you guys like them is insane. I love it. Becca said, thank you. This was fun. Your videos are so good. I watch them with so many different friends because they're so interesting. Thank you. The fact that you guys like share them with people. Oh my God. Spencer said, genuinely, your channel is one of the only ones I actually engage with. I love that. Well, not that like there's not other people that you like to engage with, but that you like actually engage with me and like talking to you guys in comments or like on Instagram, on Twitter. It's literally, I love being able to kind of put a face and like a personality more to the names that I see commenting so often. And so I really love it. I'm really grateful for you. And just thank you. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating 3,000 subscribers in a pajama party video with me and talking about stuff that's going on. I really appreciate it. But Courtney said, I watch your videos and pushing up Rose's videos at night while crocheting and writing. I love it. That's so cool. Rory Lee said, man, I really came to this live late. Sorry. Rhiannon said, I can't wait for your channel to blow up. That'd be so cool. Oscar said, you're the only channel besides Jenna that I have notifications on for. Oh my gosh. That's an honor. Thank you, Oscar. Darlene said, you're the best live chat. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm getting very emotional because you guys are being so nice. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Remember to comment your guys' Instagram handles so I can contact you about the gift cards. And, ooh, you found me because of Gabbie. Thank you. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Um, Hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a good night. Please be kind to people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.